The S&P 500 is one of the most, if not the most, famous terms in the whole of the finance and investing world. This stock market index tracking the largest 500 companies in the US is typically considered one of the best gauges as to how the US economy is doing. With the US economy being the largest in the world with a GDP of 23 trillion USD in 2021, and the companies featured on the S&P 500 being global names, it's no wonder that so many people all across the world invest into an S&P 500 mutual fund, ETF, or index fund. And I'm no different. I invest into VUSA, VUSA, and have done pretty much since I began investing. Recently, I received a comment suggesting that I share my total figures from VUSA from both of my portfolios. So thanks a lot for this suggestion. I thought, given the popularity of VUSA and other S&P 500 funds, it would be so interesting for me to share how much I have gained or lost in this investment across both of my ISAs. Before sharing these figures and taking a deeper dive, it's really important to get some context. Typically, VUSA, VU, and SPY and so on are seen as long-term wealth generators, meaning you make money from holding them over decades. These are not get-rich-quick schemes. Investors use them to build up a nice retirement pot. Since inception in 1957 all the way up until the end of 2021, the annualized average return of the S&P 500 has been 11.88%. And over the last 30 years or so, the S&P 500 average annual growth rate has been around 10.7%. So you can see that the history shows us that this is a pretty reliable, steady investment giving good returns. But of course, investors should hold this over the long term in order to ride the ups and the downs. I, however, am still very early on in my investing journey. I'm 26, I'm very much in the accumulation phase of investing, and I only began investing in January 2020. So I've been an investor for a little over 2.5 years, and the general macroeconomic situation since I've been investing has been crazy for pretty much the entire time. Think of everything that has happened in this time since I began investing. It's been an absolute roller coaster, to say the least. It's not been plain sailing whatsoever, but please just bear these things and the time period of which I've actually been investing in mind. So in my Vanguard ISA, I have invested £4,260.81 into VUSA. And the current market value as of today, the 11th of September 2022, is £4,526.25. So I've gained £265.44, which works out to be a 6.23% return. So that's my previous stocks and shares ISA that I had on Vanguard, and I'm not currently paying into that anymore. And now on to my current ISA that I have with Interactive Brokers. Since April 2022, I've put in £997.01. And its current market value, again as of today, is £1,064.88, which is a return of around 6.8%. So the total that I've put into VUSA across both of my portfolios is £5,257.81. And the total value of this at this current moment is £5,591.13, which gives me a total return of £333.32, or 6.34%. When you come to be a long-term investor, your main aim is to invest for a long period of time so that you can really accumulate your wealth through compound interest, the eighth wonder of the world. And clearly, with the short amount of time that I've been investing, I've not really yet been able to do this. So just please bear that in mind as to why these figures may seem quite low to some people. Let me know the total return of any S&P 500 funds that you invest in and include the amount of time that you've actually been investing into those for. If you want to become a member of my YouTube channel where you'll get early access to videos and also live streams once a month, then please click that join button on my channel page. That's all for now. See you in the next one.